All right, episode 2. This'll kill ya. We've got Dylan McDermott here from, people now would probably be like, oh, American Horror Story, but no. The Practice. Such a good show. I've seen like 6 seasons, so I really like that show a lot. Another episode that starts at the end and works its way forward. As I said, I've never been a huge fan of that. Like, I get the style of it, I suppose. Like, it creates this mystery that people are sitting there and they're like, I want to know how he got to this moment. But for me, it's always like a big spoiler. Like, well, I know that person betrays you, or I know that this is about to happen. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of it. Sometimes it can work, but like in Fight Club or something. But even in Fight Club, I would prefer it not start at the beginning. So I've just never been a big fan of the start at the beginning thing. Messing around with the timelines and playing things out of order can work. Absolutely. Quentin Tarantino does it all the time, and I love that. Would I love his films if they were played in order, like timeline-wise? Probably. Would I love them just as much? Probably. I don't think that it makes me like them or dislike them any more or any less. I now that I think about it doesn't matter that they're played out of order. I think if Pulp Fiction was arranged exactly how, the timeline went, I think I'd love it just as much. I think I would still think it's one of the greatest movies ever made. So, I don't know. But yeah, as far as like the starting thing, the only movie that it really works in, because it's the whole fucking like plot of the movie, its whole gimmick is Memento. But that's completely different. Anyway, let's move on. And I like how when he's telling them like, I'm dead and this is the man that killed me. Like, they pull their guns out. Like, this guy's a psychopath. Like, he thinks he's dead. And then we get to know, oh, no. I mean, like, I'm a dead man walking. And we get to see, like, a no means yes rape in this. I don't know. Yeah, this chick, he wants to be with her. She's just like, nope. Comes to her house, like, breaks into her house, basically. I don't know if she has, like, a rape fantasy or whatnot. But comes in her bathroom, she's like, get out, and like is pushing him, he's throwing her against the wall. She's like, no, pulls her tits out. Great situation going on here on this woman. Wow. But yeah, I just really like, she's just so like, no. This is like James Bond rapey shit. What is the Family Guy joke? Like 20 no's and 1 yes means yes or something. That's such a great moment because that's so true in those Bond movies. The girl's just like, no. We get one of those moments here. The director of this directed Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Mnemonic is a movie I talk about a good amount just because I can't help but laugh and make fun of the fact that in that movie, when they get to like the main dude that Mnemonic's trying to get to at the end or towards the end, it's a fucking dolphin wearing like a metal helmet. It cracks me up so much anytime to talk about that. I haven't seen it in forever. I'd love to watch it again. You got like the homeless Dolph Lundgren preacher going around and killing people and spreading the word of God or whatever. It's like a steampunk, futuristic, interesting movie. Really interesting movie. Like pre-Matrix Keanu Reeves in a cyberpunk kind of. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It's a silly, weird-ass movie. They were making a whole lot of the 90s stuff, like, that, like Free Jack and whatnot. Anyway, moving on. Sorry. When I saw Johnny Mnemonic, director, I was like, oh my God, that movie? Anyway. So, the insulin he keeps in the fridge where they keep the deadly fucking H cell, and she warns him about it, and he's like, whatever. And then they inject him with it, and he's like, oh my God, how could this have possibly happened? It's like, really? How could this have possibly happened? You moron. I like that he hallucinates and starts seeing everybody with tumors because it's not a tumor. How can you say tumor and not think of that? But yeah, even though nothing is actually wrong with him at all, it's just the power of perception. I mean, if you want to believe something enough, I think you can make yourself hallucinate. If you were scared enough and believed it enough, yeah, I do. I think you could see shit like that. Your mind would definitely be playing tricks on you. And like one's like oozing and it's all green and it's funny. And the way he kills the guy is because he overhears a message, and of course it's wrong wording, taken out of context, and not understanding, where it applies and what he's talking about. So he goes and kills the guy, and we get the big twist ending. That's very obvious, of course. He wasn't actually infected. They were just trying to play a joke on him so he would learn his lesson. And then he's sitting there completely healthy with a healthy body, and now he's about to go away. I'm curious on how that whole story would hold up in court. I'm sure he would still go to jail for sure, but I think it would be knocked down to something like manslaughter or, try to plead temporary insanity because of the mixed circumstance. I guess it would just depend on what kind of lawyer he got, but just watching this being like, it was an oops kind of death, although it was vengeance based and it was premeditated because he drove over there with a baseball bat. It wasn't at the height of passion or anything. So I'm curious on how that would actually play out in a court case. Maybe he should hire himself from the practice. There you go. It all works out. All right, guys. That's my last one for the night. I'll get to some more tomorrow.